If you don't want to have to make tea every day, but you do want to have it ready on hand and ready to go, then you need to keep watching because I'm going to show you how to make a tonic. Hi friends, welcome or welcome back to Essence of Earth. As you can see, I'm outside. It feels good. Fall is near, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a tonic. Now, I recommend these tonics for people, one, who don't want to make tea like every day, like who just doesn't have the time or really doesn't care for brewing tea every day and sipping their tea. So I wanted to show you how to make a tonic where you can make a large amount and store it in your refrigerator and drink 2 to 3 ounces of this at least 2 to 3 times a day. It just makes it easy. You know, you're getting the herbs that you need, and it just makes it easier. In this video, I'm also going to show you how I recommend that you actually brew the tea that I sell, which is the lymph one and the kidney and adrenal tea. So let's get into it. I want to take you guys inside. So I'm starting out with 72 ounces of water. It will end up being more than this, probably about a gallon, but you want to start off with about 72 ounces in a big enough pot to bring in a rolling boil. Now the teas that we are using are my lymph one and kidney and adrenal teas. As I mentioned before, this is also how I want you to steep your tea. You want to make sure that you're doing it this way because this is going to pull out all of the constituents. You're going to make sure that you're getting a potent enough tea to do the job that it's supposed to do. So the lymph one and the kidney adrenal is going to strengthen the immune system as well as help break down cysts, boils, tumors, great for fibroid and even cancer. So with these, I am using about a half cup of both of them. Like I said, it'll probably end up being about a gallon of tonic. So we're going to use about a half cup of both of them. And the reason that I say this is because we're going to reuse the same amount of tea until it runs clear. And that's how you end up with getting about a gallon of tonic that you can just sit in your refrigerator and make sure that you're drinking at least 2 to 3 ounces every day. And it should last you at least about the 2 to 3 weeks there. So once your water becomes a rolling boil, I am using distilled water, by the way. I use distilled water for my teas. You go ahead and add in your teas. And when it comes to like roots and barks, it requires a rolling boil in order to really pull out those constituents. So you bring it to a rolling boil just like this, clean off the sides, and then you're going to turn it down so that it can then steep. But you also need to keep your teas covered because a lot of the volatile oils and constituents can evaporate in the air. So as you can see, it is really steeping and it has really pulled out those herbal constituents from the tea that we used. So you go ahead and get your container, and as you can see, it filled it all the way up. I had to get a different container, but we're not done. So with the leftover that is there, we're going to do this process again. So you're going to add more water. I'm adding about 2 to 3 cups in here, and we're going to bring it back to a rolling boil, turn it down, and then we're going to add it to our container. This way you're pulling out all of the constituents, and you want to do this until it runs clear. You're going to add it to your container and boom, put that in the refrigerator and consume 2 to 3 ounces a day. And that, my friends, is how you make a tonic. And like I said, do it again until it runs clear or until you don't want to do it anymore, until your container is filled. But that is how you make a tonic. I hope this has been helpful. Stay tuned for next week.